television is the most important media for education. The old proverb about monkey see, monkey do is exemplified by people's reactions to television. Television has hundreds of millions of viewers on any given day. Television is an important component in the education of viewers. Education that ranges from kindergarten children learning their ABCs to explanations of very complex subjects. Those things wouldn't be bad of themselves, but television has changed now. Television has become a powerful political tool for lies, disinformation, changing public opinion, and a myriad of other educational abuses. Americans have got to stop watching so much television and wake up. Television viewing and losing our rights and our country are a heavy price to pay for such an entertainment distraction. When you watch television, you need to be aware the mainstream media news is an efficient propaganda machine designed to manipulate and control your thinking and decisions. Even the broadcasters that promote themselves as fair and balanced are not what they present themselves to be. You cannot watch the news broadcasters without them trying to persuade or cajole you with their bias or reasoning on topics. Each of the mainstream media broadcasters has their own brand of propaganda and presentation. Fox News is a good example. Fox panders to conservatives more than other mainstream media. Fox emphasizes the programming to moderate conservative audiences, yet they consistently provide panels and forums with radical leftists and anti-American activists that dispute conservative values. They call it fair and balanced programming, which is not the case at all. They provide what they call balanced news to educate you subtly about radical and extremist views. You may or may not be able to tune those radical viewpoints out of your thinking. Yet it doesn't matter to the news broadcasters. They are pandering to both sides of political issues and usually can cleverly manipulate what you learn from the alternative viewpoints expressed. The continual references the broadcasters make about Democrat and Republican are laughable. Yet the television broadcasters keep trying to convince Americans that everything is normal within our radically infiltrated two-party political system. John Stossel presents a libertarian point of view which appeals to conservative audiences. I have watched many of his shows, and he seems to be sincere for the most part. Yet there's a huge assumption made by him and his audiences. The guests, their debates, commentary, and discussions explain how government can do things better. Constantly, the presentations indicate how stupid things are being done by government and could be done so much better. What is wrong with that, you say? Stossel and his guests are assuming that our government is stupid and so ill-informed they don't know what to do. Sadly, that is not the case. The czars in the White House, the radicals, and extremists in our government, they know those things. They only want to undermine and destroy America. Clearly, they aren't interested to make things better. Stossel actually may believe our government is that stupid and needs to be informed and educated. If this is the case, it is so pathetic it is laughable. Yet we cannot laugh because the destruction of our American republic is at stake. As you look at this video, an animated character is talking to you. It should be obvious this character you are viewing has no mental ability to discuss anything. Should this video be any less acceptable with an animated spokesperson than a real person? Should it matter? After all, the content of the message is in the words, right? The real human people on the television media are just talking heads. All their guests are screened for specific discussion and commentary. All the talking head does is follow a pre-written script and do their best acting job. They are merely talking heads that have the ability to ad-lib. If they don't read their teleprompter correctly, of course. You can see the earpieces where these producers talk and prompt them as they are on the air. The news broadcasters are automatons, spewing whatever poison their bosses want them to say and promote. Yes, I would agree there are some news broadcasters that do have some license to express their own thoughts, but for the most part, only the most experienced enjoy that freedom. Why did Fox remove Judge Napolitano? Was it for telling the truth? Why did Fox remove Glenn Beck? Was it for telling the truth? How much longer will Judge Jeanine Pirro be on Fox? She does have her way of presenting truth. Americans, turn off the television. Get on YouTube or other websites during the times you would normally watch television. Learn the truth about things while you still can. If we cannot stop the communist methodology from being used to take over America, it will not be long until freedom of speech is abolished. If this government administration is successful taking guns, implementing gun registration and background checks, the Second Amendment will basically be negated. Americans will have no ability to lawfully resist government tyranny. The communist methodologists will continue their oppressive takeover of America. Remember, the Second Amendment is the enforcement provision of the Constitution. Without the Second Amendment, there is nothing to protect the rights provided to us under the Constitution. The Constitution will just become words on paper. That will not stop the growing oppression of communist methodology. There are a large number of videos on the internet of people who lived under communist governments. These people, in no uncertain terms, explain the methods this current government administration is using are those used by the communists. If you don't think the action being taken by this government administration is communist methodology, you need to get yourself informed on what communism is. That knowledge will be of value to you in either case, because if the communists are successful, you will need to know how to survive under communism. And if they aren't successful, you will know communist methods and how to resist a communist takeover.